We are supposed to deal during these 2 days with disintegration and integration in Southeastern Europe. Let me, just a minute. Let me start with a very related issue. And let me speak about reconciliation and partnership at Babeş-Bolyai University, which is a small piece of our Europe. As you know, all of you, Romania is the 7th largest country in the framework of European Union. And historically, Romania was formed by 3 provinces, historical provinces, called Wallachia, Moldavia, and Transylvania. Today, as most certainly know already, the name Transylvania refers commonly to a wide area of almost 100,000 square kilometers situated north of the Southern Carpathians and west of the Oriental Carpathians, which represents 40% of the area of the surface of the country. The present day, the population of Transylvania is around 7.5 million people, over a third of the population of Romania, with more or less 74–75% ethnic Romanians, about 18% Hungarians, and in the rest being Roma, Slavs, Germans, and so on. Transylvania is a unique place in Europe with such a complex cultural and confessional structure, the only place where monuments representing the Romanesque and Gothic styles coexist with those built in the styles of Renaissance, Byzantine, Baroque, and even one referred to as Sécession, Art Nouveau, modern style. Beyond Transylvania, toward the east, the Romanesque style disappears completely, while the Gothic melts into a Moldavian styles in the framework of a Romanian world which was spiritually torn between the New Rome, called once upon a time Constantinople, and the Third Rome, called Moscow. Is a part of Byzantium after Byzantium, Byzance après Byzance, or a part of Byzantine Commonwealth, as Dmitry Obolensky would have said again once upon a time. In a certain sense, Transylvania is a little Europe, which comprises at the same time the basic ethnic groups of Europe, Romanic, Germanic, Slavic, plus Finno-Ugric or Ugro-Fenian, and the main religions and confessions or denominations of Europe, Orthodox, Catholic, Mosaic, Protestant, New Protestant, and others, which gave personality to the continent itself. The same university in this very moment is formed by over 40,000 bachelor degree, master degree, and PhD students, being the biggest university in the present day Romania. As a curiosity, inside the university are functioning 4 theological faculties, 2 of which have Romanian as a medium of instruction, while the other 2 have Hungarian. The official languages of this university are Romanian, Hungarian, and German. That is the historical languages of Transylvania. Babeş-Bolyai University started a long time ago, in 1581, as a major Jesuit college, and the language of education was Latin. The founder was a Hungarian prince of Transylvania, being in the same time king of Poland. The privilege by which the university was founded was issued in Vilnius. The first rector was a Pole. The first professors were German, Hungarian, and Italian. The second rector was an Italian. And the first students were not only Catholic, but Protestant and even Orthodox. The Prince of Wallachia, living around 1600, Michael the Brave, was supposed to send his son, prepared to be the future Prince of Wallachia, to study at this university. And he was an Orthodox. So the university has a very opening point of view from the beginning. During 17th and 18th century, the languages of education were Hungarian and German. In 1872, the university became a national Hungarian university. The 19th century was a century of nationalities, as you know. At the beginning of 20th century, after the First World War, the university was refounded as a Romanian university, and finally, after the Second World War, our ancestors decided that could be wisely to have two official languages, Romanian and Hungarian. And after the fall of the communist regime, more than 20 years ago, we decided to use as the third official language the German language. So the university is today a kind of European experience in the field. It's a most diverse, multilingual, and multicultural university in Europe. We have, for example, among our 21 faculties or colleges, 19 in where it's possible to study in Romanian, 17th in which it's possible to study entirely as a full programs in Hungarian, and 9 in which it's possible to study entirely full programs in German. Never before in the history the culture and the language of the Hebrew people were studied so systematically and comprehensively as today in the framework of our Institute for Jewish and Hebrew Studies. Let me give you some examples of our multicultural activity. We created several months ago the newest foreign cultural institute in the framework of this university. It's called the Dutch Cultural and Academic Center, with the help of the Embassy of Netherlands in Bucharest, and it was in 2015. Another one created in 2014 was a Cluj Center for Indian Studies, inaugurated, as I told you, with the help of some Indian specialists came from India and with the help of the embassy. In the same year, we created the Institute of Armenian Studies. 1 year before, in 2013, le Centre d'études africaines, Center for African Studies, with the help of University of Dakar. In 2011, we created the Brazilian Cultural Center in the same framework of our university. In the same year, we created the Russian Cultural Center. In 2009, the Confucius Institute, we already have 150 students studying Chinese. In 2009, we created the Institute for Turkish and Central Asian Studies. The director is a former ambassador of Romania in Turkmenistan and Kyrgyzstan. In 2007, we created the Korean Cultural Center. In 2003, Polish Cultural Center, 2002, Istituto Italiano di Cultura, the Italian Cultural Center. In 1994, the German Cultural Institute, which is functioning in the framework of Goethe Institute, and it's giving certificates for German for foreigners being able to study this language and eager to have a certificate to prove their qualification. In 1992, the Center for Canadian and Quebec Studies. In 1991, l'Institut Français, the French Institute. In 1990, the Center for the Study of French-speaking Belgian Literature. And the first one, after the fall of the communist regime, was the Moshe Carmeli Institute for Jewish Studies, the first one in the post-communist Europe revival, and created in order to promote the Jewish heritage, because unfortunately, as you know, the Jewish population in Romania in this moment is very few. So, Cluj-Napoca has a multicultural profile, flexible, and very good as a solution. At European level, this profile has been much appreciated by unbiased observers. Babeş-Bolyai University has developed its multicultural and multilingual and multicultural profile in accordance with current European practices and policies, to which solutions of its own were added. Compared to other European multicultural universities, our university provides full mother tongue studies along 3 study lines, Romanian, Hungarian, and German, as I told you, and the study lines are organized at department, faculty, and university, comprising a lot of other programs, mainly in English, as you can suppose, in French, in Italian, and in other languages. Let me finish with a kind of, how to say, belief, a conviction of the staff and the students of our university. I think the secret, the way of being together in this common life we are living, it's a dialogue. In order to have and to promote such a dialogue, we need to accept the everyone language, culture, and values. I mean acceptance, tolerance, and goodwill represents the way to promote the dialogue. And I think that mostly in this world, a lot of bad things are happening because of the lack of dialogue. I think that during these 2 days, we need to promote and to praise the dialogue. Thank you so much.